special edition of Most Wanted this evening. I hope you've tuned in not too late. Well, if you have, you're missing this. It's the Cure edition of Most Wanted this evening on Friday evening to celebrate some of their fine music, loads of videos and some live footage from a live concert which Robert Smith is just about to rush off to do a little later on. But luckily, he's here with us. Evening, Robert.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thanks for popping in just before the gig and everything.
That's
all right. Now, we're going to the Olympia, aren't we, downtown? The Olympia is always a place where they put on ski shows and like wine fairs
horse
and things,
jumping.
Yeah, horse jumping. Yeah. Well, why have you chosen to go there?
For those very reasons.
For those very reasons.
Because it has a history. I thought really, because the last few big London dates we've done have all been in Wembley, and it seems a bit tedious to keep going back to the same place. So. Yeah. It was good. We played the first night yesterday at Earl's Court, and it was good atmosphere. It's a bit cold, but
is it?
Backstage, I'm always moaning.
No, he's not. I don't know if you're always moaning. You seem quite happy to me, Robert. Now, it's the end of a long tour, isn't it? Yeah,
we started in April.
Yeah. How do you feel then? Like, knackered?
A little bit tired at the moment, yeah. It's been quite an experience, really, this year, all in all. A lot of things have happened, but it's been generally good fun. Why has it been an experience this year than as opposed to all the other years you've been doing this? We seem to have crammed a lot more in this year. You'd think that we would have slowed down, but it actually seems, I think we're trying to prove something to ourselves. So we seem to have tried to have done more this year than we normally do. Of course, when I mentioned that you were coming into the studio, I had hundreds of letters saying, please ask Robert if it's true or not that they're going to split after this tour, but I said, you always say that anyway. I do, but, well, unfortunately, this time it is true, but not for the reasons that, like before, I've always said it because I get really tired and get fed up, but there are certain members in the band that just want to do other things. I think it's pretty stupid just to keep doing something because that's what you do. I think it would be a good point for us all to decide what we really want to do next. And you haven't decided that yet, then? Some of the band have. Oh, hello, Pip.
Rob, how are you doing?
That's scary.
That was a very... so I'll have to give this to you, Mike, and
What's
you guys have got to go because you're going to miss the gig if you don't leave actually very soon.
Can we just go down the pub?
Don't tempt me.
OK, we're off down the Olympia then.
You're off down the Olympia, otherwise you're not going to make it on stage, and that would be our responsibility, and that would be absolutely terrible, and I couldn't bear that, actually.
Right,
so you need to actually... I have to help you take this off.
You're going to stay here in case everything goes wrong.
I know, and I'm going to sit in your chair.
Right,
That's okay.
Right.
Is that okay?
Now, am I on this microphone now? Does it work?
You are on that microphone. So you have a fantastic gig. Maybe I could come and see you tomorrow night, maybe.
Thanks, Pip.
See you, Ray. Oh, love you too.
Take care of the show.
Thank you.
Robert, where are you going?
I don't know.
We've got to follow the old... No, you're going to the Olympia, aren't we? Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Pip. Good luck.
Had a wonderful time.
We've got this helicopter, right, that's going to hover above our coach and beam a link. Yeah. And beam a link.
You've saved all the production money for the past year, haven't you, for this one stunt?
Just for that Cure. And if everything goes wrong because it's raining, then Pip will take over, you see, and then you and I will just have a couple of beers together.
That seems like a very excellent idea to me.
Excellent. What do you feel after all these years of doing this? I mean, do you still get all nervous and wound up, or do you just like another day at the office, really?
Before I go on, I always have a feeling that it's going to be the best concert we've ever done. But I've never been nervous. I'm nervous now, I must admit.
Not as nervous as I am.
It feels like to be nervous.
Here's the lovely coach that we've chosen. So we're going to get in this coach. Lovely London weather, isn't it? I think we have to get in here, Robert. You want to... OK, you jump in. Right. I'm going to get in with Robert. And we'll be at the Olympia soon. We're going to ride all through the London traffic, so you stay tuned. Here's a great song from The Cure, Just Like Heaven. For the Cure concert, but the bus hasn't started going yet, has it?
I was going to say, are you going to like simulate movement behind us? Should we be rocking?
Yes. Oh, not far to go now, Robert. What do you still feel about touring in all these buses? What's your tour bus like? Because this isn't yours. It's not luxurious enough.
It's similar to ours. Ours is blue and grey. It's calmer on the eyes. It's something that's very important when you're on a tour bus. You imagine looking at this for like 12 hours a day. It'd drive you mad, wouldn't it? No. So, I've only been on it a couple of minutes and already I'm getting aggressive.
He's not getting aggressive. You're not getting aggressive, Robert. Now, what do you always take with you on tour? Do you have those little video games or books or toothpaste? What do you take?
The only thing that I've kept with me through the whole time that I've been on tour is a stuffed cat that was given to me on the very first tour that we went on. Not a real stuffed cat, obviously, like a toy stuffed cat. Yeah. And that's about the only thing. I think everything else has sort of changed through the years. There's nothing else that I think if you rely on things too much, like things rather than people on tour, you can become a bit sort of like withdrawn. And like Game Boys are sort of, I'm allowed to say, I don't know. Yes. Video games of that nature are sort of not really we don't really like things like that on the bus. Because the whole reason like that we enjoy bus travel is that we talk to each other. That's sort of, it's the part of the tour that I like the most quite often.
Really? I imagine that you're on stage with the guys, and when you're writing with the guys all the time, you would want those moments of quietude, wouldn't you?
Not really, because on stage it's actually that I feel most isolated when I'm on stage, because you don't really talk. I mean, I might talk to Simon, maybe, you know, for a couple of seconds, ask him if he's all right or what's the next song, you know, like pertinent sort of questions, but you don't really sit down and talk. And afterwards, if we go out or something, we've usually drunk too much to really talk to each other. So it's only on the bus journeys that we can chat about things, isn't it?
What do you listen to? Do you have a great big sound system? What's your latest stuff you've had on your coach?
Well, we find it very difficult to agree about contemporary music between the five of us. So on the bus, as a rule that we listen to ethnic music mostly.
Really?
Chinese, Indian, Arabic.
Did Peter Gabriel lend you those tapes or something?
No, it's the stuff that I was going to say that he nicked, but of course he didn't. It's the stuff that influenced Peter.
Yes, right. You just had a long tour bus. Well, it wasn't a bus actually, it was a boat, wasn't it? Because you don't like flying. So someone told me that you went all the way to Australia on a boat. How long did that take?
We didn't.
You didn't?
We flew.
Right, great research, thanks a lot, Alan. So you didn't go on a boat at all?
No, we went on a boat to America and came back from America on a boat. But if we'd gone by boat to Australia, it was going to take 3 weeks to get there and 3 weeks to get back, which would have left us about 2 days to play any concerts. So I was coerced into flying. I had, you know, ways and means of getting on the plane. Usually involved a person either side of me, holding me up.
My mum's like that. What do you do? What was it like on the plane? Because you really are terrified of flying, aren't you?
Yeah, well, to be quite honest, on the 2 long haul flights, like there and back, I didn't really know that I was on a plane. We won't go into it.
No, okay then. Where are we at the moment, Alan, by the way? Talking about, are we anywhere near there yet? Yeah. Are we still in Camden, Robert? It's due to go on at 8:20, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bad weather at the moment, though.
Yeah. What's the time now? So it's like 8:15. Oh,
Quarter past 7.
Oh, laughing.
I'm laughing. So but we better sit back and chill out a little bit while you watch some more MTV, I think. What do you think, Alan? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll sit down and get some more beers in here.
Yes, what, some more?
Yes. Some at all would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Bit about this bus that isn't like our bus as well. You can't move.
No. Well, we'll sort out how to relax. Okay, we'll stop it off an off license. That's an idea.
Yeah.
We'll be back, or even a pub. No, because we'll never get to the gig then, will we? Will they notice?
They won't notice. No. Okay.
Well, you watch The Cure later on, and we'll go down the local pub, and we'll be back after this break. Tuned in on MTV. We're live from a coach somewhere in London, on the way to the Cure gig at the Olympia, with Robert, of course, who's got to make it to their gig on time. Thanks to us, he probably won't. Now, Robert, I remember reading somewhere that all you guys, when you write together, you always you all write these tapes, you record a bit on tapes, and then you all listen to them and vote for the best ones. Is that still true today?
Yeah, we've never really written a song together as a group until this last album, the Wish album. That's the very first time that we've ever all been in the studio together and we've picked an idea and actually thought, right, we agree on this idea, we'll try and write a song. Normally what happens is that we do things individually and then, like you say, we just correct, or mark or dismiss what everyone else has done. But it's quite a good way, because that way you sort of arrive at a bunch of songs that everyone's sort of roughly in agreement with. There's never any, you've got to have one of my songs if you've got one of yours.
Yeah.
None of that goes on. I mean, they're all taken on merit. We don't know whose tape it is, although it's usually pretty obvious whose tape it is. I always count mine in.
What is it?
Boris's, the drums are really loud. It's like, there's those giveaway things that you can spot.
How's Simon, by the way? Because he was not too well, was he? Is he all right now?
Sort of. He's still supposed to be convalescing. He shouldn't really be playing, but he left when we were in Spain about 3 weeks ago. I mean, he had to. He was flown back to hospital, and he joined up with us again, I think about 4 days ago. So he's only played 3 concerts in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, well, I mean, he'd have us believe that he's all right. I mean, we know he's not. I mean, because if he was a normal human, he'd be in bed. But
yeah,
he doesn't want to have gone through from April and then not do the last few shows, particularly like the London shows. It's like all his family are coming. They'd be pretty fed up. Wouldn't they?
I used to be in that one.
Roberto Suave, who he used to play in a group called the Associates years
Yeah, I know
ago.
that name,
And also played with Shelley and all. He just stepped in with a day's notice and filled in remarkably well.
What about, what was I going to say then? Have we actually lost our helicopter link or not? Oh, you can still hear us, but you can't see us.
Oh, look, you can hear the helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
It's exciting.
It's getting a bit low,
It's
isn't
tense.
it? If you just tune in, see, we've got this helicopter floating above the coach, beaming all the links back to the satellite so you can watch at home, all right? Now, The Cure, we did a competition the other night asking how many lineups The Cure have had since they began, and it's something like 9, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's about 9. But people keep going and coming back, don't they? Well, what is it about The Cure?
There's 6 ex-Cures. I know this because in France, this magazine did a special edition all about us, and I'd learned all the things about us that I didn't know, you know. And they tracked down all the ex-Cures and interviewed them and asked them what they thought about us and, you know, why they'd been thrown out, why they'd left, I say, in amicable terms, musical differences, blah, blah, blah.
What, did the truth come out?
Pretty much, yeah. 3 of them were bitter and 3 of them weren't. So I think that's pretty fair, like over a 15-year period, for only 3 people to be bitter at me.
And are they still going around like, you know, Pete Best, like, I was an ex-Beatle, can I open this supermarket?
Yeah. It hasn't got quite the same kudos as Pete Best and the Beatles. But yeah, I mean, people, particularly about 5 years ago, when the lineup changed like quite dramatically, and which is like the current lineup today.
Yeah.
That people were all saying, oh, you know, you must be impossible to work with and stuff. But in all honesty, a lot of the people that have been in The Cure and have left because they've wanted to leave, because they've realised that what we're doing doesn't suit them. You know, it's like, I think it's terrible when I see groups or I read about groups and people that are in the groups don't actually like each other. They're just there because they're in the group. I mean, if I can't really be friends with everyone that's in The Cure, then they're not in The Cure. It's like, it's pretty simple, really.
That's the right attitude, isn't it? There's a lot of bands today, like Guns N' Roses, for example. I hear that Axl turns up at a gig and no one's seen him for a week, you know.
Well, even like reading, but one of my favourite groups like all through the years has been New Order, but reading like Peter Hook say they go in and record their own parts individually because they find it difficult to get on with each other. So, you know,
well, why
bother, really?
Yeah.
I mean, with us, the reason why we're all together is still, I mean, if I wanted to go out for a drink with someone, I'd pick the rest of the group. I wouldn't go, I don't have like a separate social life of people that, you know, that live somewhere else and do other things. I mean, I do, but I include the group in that.
Yes. Now, coming up next, we've got Letter to Elise. Now, the first time I saw that song was when you did the MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
Now, I was there. Was that a really uncomfortable experience for you?
It was, actually. I was saying to you earlier that I don't get nervous, but I was nervous that night.
Because you were, like, really close and naked, weren't you, really?
And I wasn't really sure who was in the audience. I wasn't sure if they'd been, like, bussed in and didn't really know who we were, what was supposed to be going on, or if they were Cure fans. But it turned out to be one of the best things that we've ever done. I actually think the Letter to Elise on the Unplugged is a better version than the single, to be honest.
Well, you should have done an Eric Clapton Unplugged album then, shouldn't you?
We toyed that. I mean, we did put some of the stuff onto a video that we brought out.
Yeah.
But trying to get clearance from MTV, things like that. God,
I know.
Charge a fortune. It's unreal.
Well, look, I mean, we're spending all the money on the helicopter and the bus for tonight, you know, so we're getting around that. Okay, let's have a look at a Letter to Elise. We'll be back with Robert and The Cure live in concert, if we make it to the concert on time, soon. Stay tuned. Oh, Rob, a nice sort of bus scenery have you there?
Busy traffic tonight.
Rob the cameraman's with us, you'll be glad to know, bringing us these wonderful pictures from inside. I love this, actually. It says on my script here, Ray chats to bus driver about the road conditions.
Yeah, go on then.
There's not much chance of that, is it? He's miles up there, and there's all this equipment everywhere. You've been all
Shouting back with
Can
us.
we? Yeah! Can't hear us, can he? What's his name? We don't know. Dennis.
A driver.
Yeah, oh, he's too far up there, isn't he? Mr. Driver. Robert, you've been all over the world, haven't you? Where's the best place for you been?
England.
England?
Oh.
My old England.
I think through the years I've had different favourite places. Probably a lot of it I've been biased. It's to do with how audiences react to the group. It sounds a really dumb way of gauging a country. I mean, but I used to really like going to Paris when we first started travelling around Europe, just because there was a lot to do there. For the same reason I like Brussels. I used to like Amsterdam a lot as well. These are my young, carefree days.
Yeah, well, didn't we all? Yeah. You can't go and work there anymore, can you?
But I don't know. I used to really hate America, but I've grown to really like it now. Because I used to be really scared of going to America. It used to be so big and like threatening, and I always felt
as a person or as the artist? Will I make
both
it
really.
Both.
I just used to feel that what we were doing as a group meant nothing. And it was like really it was a lost cause. It was hopeless. And for the first sort of 5 or 6 years of going there, and as a person, I just thought it was such a. I mean, everything's so big, everything's so impersonal that you could never really know who was being friendly and who wasn't, because everyone's sort of like, it's so nice all the time.
But you've got
rather nice, or they shoot you. You know, it's like there's not much
no in between.
No,
in between days.
I don't know, but now I thought, like America was being here, being over there this year. Really excellent. It's like really good fun, but I mean, America hasn't changed. It's me. I mean, my attitude towards it changed. I think I'm a lot more confident about myself and about what the group does. So I'm not actually threatened anymore by people coming up and saying, "I don't know, your group is."
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
That's only happened to you recently. I mean, on a personal level for myself, really, I always just think I was a really crap TV presenter. Now I just think I'm sort of okay. Confidence comes with age, doesn't it?
Well, you'd hope so, yeah. It would be terrible to keep going and, you know. I never thought that we were crap. I must admit, I thought we were excellent, but...
No, I wasn't making a, comparison.
No.
Just me personally. No, of course I wasn't. Richard. Love your last album, Richard.
Thanks, Roy.
Are you actually aware of your audiences? I mean, do you spend time backstage meeting them? You must get all tiresome. Are you aware of the people who come and see you?
Well, through the year, like the initial, probably the first 10 years, we used to invite people back and we knew a lot of people. And I still tried to keep up a certain amount of contact with friends that I've made, around the world. But it is quite difficult now. We've sort of reached a stage where if we say, whoever wants to come backstage for a drink, I mean, if you're being honest, then like half the audience, or probably more, would come back. So we still, I mean, some nights we'll like spend a couple of hours sort of talking to people, and other nights we won't. We just get on the bus and go off. I mean, a lot of it's like I don't feel obliged ever to portray that idea that I'm a really caring person, that I'm going to speak to everyone and give everyone like a certain amount of time. Which sounds very pompous, even like answering this question, because as if it really matters, But I mean, an awful lot of people are there. They want to talk to us. They want to ask us things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you sort of think, well, if they've been standing like today, like there's loads of people outside the hotel standing out in the rain. It'll be really churlish for me just to like to jump in the car. So you sort of stop for a couple of minutes and talk to them. But it's always sort of unfulfilling, that kind of encounter, because I always think I've said the wrong things and they're going to go away like thinking, oh God, But if I don't stop, they're going to think, he's such a pop star now. And yet, in the old days, probably when we very first started, I wouldn't talk to anyone. Not because I thought I was important, or not I do now, but I was just so nervous I would never have dreamed of stopping and talking to someone if they wanted to talk. I don't know. Again, there's no hard and fast rule really about us and our audience. I think a lot of people think they know us. And that's the difference between us and a lot of other groups. Probably because a lot of the lyrical content is...
That's quite frightening though, isn't it? I mean, people writing to me, again, not making a comparison with The Cure and me, but people write to me and listen to what I say on TV and think they know me, in fact know me better than I know myself. So they read stuff into your music and think that they know more about you than you do.
Yeah, it's weird. There's different levels that we've met. I mean, TV presenters, not I wouldn't say by name, but they're going to people's homes like you do, or on breakfast TV and stuff, and people genuinely feel they know them. They meet them in supermarkets, and it's almost like a matey kind of thing. We're doing something like I do. The difference is slight, but very noticeable, in that people think that you know something more than they do. It's not that you're their friends, that you actually know something, and they want to know what you know. Yeah. And it's very difficult when you know yourself that you don't know anything more than anyone else. I mean, I just do this, it's just like something that I can do.
This is insightful stuff, isn't it? Isn't it? I think it is, anyway. All my beer's fallen over. I mean, my Perrier water's fallen over. We've got a video coming up next, The Walk. We would probably have been better walking to the gig than getting on.
It would have been faster, wouldn't it?
It keeps stopping. Anything you remember?
You realise we're back in Camden, don't you? So that's Camden Tube.
Dennis! What do you remember about this video?
Dennis is going to drive around until you go up and ask him about the weather conditions.
He wants a name mentioned, doesn't he? He was on the script and he's a bit upset now. Oh, well, we'll have a chat with him in between times. This is The Walk. Anything you remember about this video? That you want to remember about this video?
I remember very little actually about this video, so that's probably why it's one of the best. It's much more abandoned than I normally am.
Let's have a look at the abandoned Cure on video, and we'll be back soon with Robert and the live footage at about 10 o'clock Central European time. Don't go away. Live via helicopter, tour bus and satellite into your living room. This is Most Wanted on a Friday evening with Robert Smith. who's on his way to a Cure gig, funnily enough. Where else would he be going, really, I suppose? Now, unlike a lot of people...
you were taking me somewhere else, actually.
Did you?
It's all a ploy, yeah. It's like a this is your life sort of thing.
And surprise, surprise, Robert, tonight. That's my next career, I think.
You're on stage with Motorhead.
That would be great if we dared to do a setup like that. That would be really cool. We would never dare, though. Now, unlike a lot of bands who've been in the business as long as you have, you still go on stage, you'll go on stage tonight and you'll still play a lot of the good old songs. A lot of bands say, well, I'm not playing the greatest hits, I don't want to become a cabaret act, you know.
Well, it depends what your greatest hits are.
Yes.
Unfortunately, a lot of bands' greatest hits are the ones that they'd rather forget. Whereas a lot of our greatest hits are songs that still mean a lot to us. So that's a really trite answer, but it's true. But also the other thing is that we play for long enough to incorporate the greatest hits and play new stuff as well. Like tonight, we'll probably play 8 or 9 songs that we've heard before, like new stuff. We'll probably play 6 or 7 songs from obscure albums that people. Like I'd say, I was there on that night when they played.
Well, that's special moment.
And then we'll probably fill in the rest of it with like 7 or 8, 9, 10 songs that people would expect to hear. But it's like, I mean, I've been to see a lot of concerts and I've felt cheated sometimes walking out of the show thinking, well, why didn't he just play, you know, or why didn't they just play that one song that they know that everyone wants to hear, but they don't play it because they don't feel like it. It's like, I think you reach a point, particularly when we're charging as much money as we are for tickets, that you can't really dismiss the idea that you're doing it for the audience. I mean, we have fun on stage, but not at the expense of the audience. It's like you've got to reach a compromise. I mean, years and years ago, when we were playing to like 200 people in a club, it didn't really matter what we did. You know, people were there because the bar was open till midnight. You know, it didn't really matter if we could lay on the floor and just moan, and they said, like, "Oh, that's the Cure, yeah, right." But I mean, if we did that, I mean, actually, we did that in Manchester.
I was going to say, you probably did that.
They still clap, but that was us having extreme fun in the encore. So, no, you have to reach a point where you realise that an awful lot of what you're doing is for other people's benefit. You know, we're getting paid too much for us not to think like that, I think.
Do you still, I mean, you said you still enjoy it and still fun, but on a tour, which is like every one night after another, then with one night off in between, do you sometimes go onto autopilot and...
I'd be lying if I said that we didn't. I mean, there are some concerts that we play that aren't as good as others, but we never play more than 3 in a row. We try never to play more than 3 in a row. Most we've done on this tour is 4 in a row, which is a bit of a killer. And usually we try and have a day off after every concert, or at least after every 2. And that's not like to keep you physically well, it's like to keep me mentally fresh so that I can go on stage and think, I really want this concert to work, I want it to be really good. But I don't know, we've got the other thing I suppose about the advantage of having spent so long doing it is that we've got so many songs that we can put together a set. I mean, we've got over 50 songs that we can choose from realistically, that we can play. You know, I can just say, we'll do this song tonight and we'll do it. And so if we were to get bored, it would mean that we're just bored playing on stage. It would have nothing to do with the Cure. And I think that's why we've reached a point, and some of the band have reached a point where they want to do something else, because that's creeping in now, and that's a bit. And for me as well, I sort of think it's too easy for me doing this now. It's like there isn't really a challenge there. It sounds really big-headed, but I know that we can do what we do.
No, you're too young to be complacent anyway, aren't you? I mean, and say, well, I can do this.
I am,
But what is...
I'm growing to really like you.
Good. It's an old TV persona coming across well. I hope.
Funny you done cross your fingers before you said it.
Are you superstitious? Do you touch wood every 2 seconds? Oh, I wish I'd never said that.
I wouldn't dream of doing what you think I'm going to do. No, only the stuffed cat. That's my only superstition.
Now,
and not going on stage without having had a drink.
Of course not. Of course not. Do you, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Let me try and think of it again. It is live, of course. Do you, I've forgotten what I was going to say, Robert.
Bad memory.
I've got that bad memory.
Hum a song while you think of it.
I know what it is. We've seen the rock and roll industry change a lot. I mean, since MTV's come along, and you no longer have to do like year-long tours if you don't want to. But you've done both. I mean, you've got a lot of great videos out. How much of these? They're always so funny, your videos. Lots of humour in them. How much is that you, and how much your old mate Tim?
As I've said before on MTV, it's like I think it's really good. Like doing something like this incorporates a big part of what the Cure does, like the live side of it, and that's why we keep doing it. Because I think if you don't have that balance, you know, if you try and communicate some kind of identity just through the medium of video, it's never really going to work. I don't think. I mean, because I mean, you sell a lot of records, but you never really get close to people. I don't think. I mean, all the groups that I really like, I've seen play live, and that's why I like them, because I sort of.
Sure, that's when
I feel like I've been in the same room as them, and and been there with them. It's like, and it's a really old-fashioned thing, but we're old enough to be that old-fashioned, you know.
And we are.
But the video side of it is good because it acts as a counterbalance. I mean, it helped us out of a period when everyone thought that we were just like a miserable bunch of old gits laying on stage moaning, you know. And I think the videos have redressed that balance. But I think live is more us than the videos.
Really?
If I was honest, yeah. I mean, the videos are like one day of social drinking talks to each other. You know, Tim Pat wonders about craze, you know, trying to get both eyes on the same subject at the same time, and we end up with a video. I think they work, but only in balance with what we do live. I think like real Cure fans have seen the group play and are often quite upset by the videos, strangely enough.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why?
They think it trivialises what we do sometimes. I don't know.
Funny,
I don't agree, but I've heard people say this to me.
Apparently, Robert, I've just heard that the police, my director here is saying the police have just stopped the coach. But does the coach look like it stopped to you?
No, the same film's running. It's Camden Tube.
Yes, it's the old blue background's working well. Okay, we've got to get out of here. Robert's got a concert to do at the Olympia. We'll be bringing you a couple of songs live on MTV about 10 o'clock Central European time. In the meantime, we'll be back after this video. One of your favourites, I believe. Hot, hot, hot.
It is, yes. There you go.
Oh, look, we've got another microphone.
Smooth transition that was.
Here we are at the Olympia. Have you been here before?
Yesterday night.
Last night.
I came to see the Rolling Stones here in 1974.
And you didn't, of course. On video, you mean?
No, I did. I came here and saw them in concert. Honestly, I did. I think I came to see David Bowie here as well in 1974.
Well, when you go and see gigs, I mean, do you still go out and see a lot of gigs now? Do you have to go out in disguise, or because people must hassle you all the time?
Unfortunately, a lot of the times, I suppose by the nature of the groups that I like, a lot of their fans are also Cure fans, so I do get harassed rather more than I'd like, yeah.
No,
but I don't wear a disguise, no.
There's nothing much you can do, is there, when people want to come up and talk to you? You just got to be nice and carry on.
The worst thing is like when they're standing with their backs to the stage, looking at me, looking at the group, it's like...
Oh, no. So what can we expect from the concert later on? How do you feel about it?
I feel really keen about tonight.
Especially tonight?
Yeah. But it's Friday night, it's always the best concert of the week.
Excellent. Oh, there's a support band on at the moment. I believe you've got the Cranes with you, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, you should just hold the mic up for a few seconds and listen while they sing. They're really good, actually. Very, very excellent band.
I'm holding the mic up so we can hear them. Probably can't hear them, though. Bob, it's been really cool hanging out with you on the bus. It was really nice to meet you, and thanks for taking time out like that with us.
Thank you very much. It was good fun. Do you know where we're going?
No, someone else does, though, don't they?
Next.
Pardon?
We keep walking. We walk out of this door and we're out the building. It's like we're supposed to be in there, I think.
Okay, we'll be back after the break, and when we found the entrance to the Olympia and we've got Robert on stage. You stay tuned to Most Wanted. I knew it'd all fall apart. Hey, welcome back to Most Wanted, live from London. It's very obviously live because a few things went wrong the last time you saw me, but never mind. Is everything okay, Rob?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, good. I'm now in the backstage relaxing.
I now know what Rob looks like.
This is Rob the cameraman.
Hurrah. Very sexy. How you doing?
He's very sexy, isn't he? Let's keep up the mystery, because I think it's the best thing. I'm backstage now with Boris and Porl, of course. You'll recognise them from The Cure. What are you two guys up to normally at this time when you're not talking to silly people like me?
Eating.
Eating?
Yes.
Eating, drinking, waiting to go on, generally being bored.
I asked Robert earlier on if he got really nervous still and like he was all apprehensive about, and he said, well, yeah, a little bit. What about you guys?
I don't personally. No, I just go out to enjoy it. So it's good fun.
Well, we've been going since April, so sort of like the nerves have been left behind a while ago, I think. Yeah.
What is this place like? I mean, you played here last night. What's it like to play? Because normally it's like wine shows and horse shows.
Aircraft hangar, basically. But I mean, I don't know what it's like to be in the audience sound-wise, but on stage the sound is all right. Actually, it was like.
Yeah, the atmosphere was good last night. I thought it was actually, to say the size of the place, I thought it seemed quite partyish, didn't it?
Because it was like the floor's open, people standing rather than seated. It's much better. So it's good. Actually.
Robert earlier on, of course, he always says this on every tour. It's like, oh, it's probably be the last one. But he said this will probably definitely be the last one. How do you guys feel about that? Yes, probably, definitely, allegedly.
I agree. It probably will definitely be the last one.
But how do you guys feel about that?
Quite happy.
Quite happy.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long trek, but it's better than working down the office from 9 to 5, isn't it?
Yeah, but everybody's got other things they want to do, so it gives you a chance to do other things. Well, I mean, I'm only speaking personally, so, you know.
Boris, do you feel the same?
Well, I mean, I don't think about it in that way. I sort of don't think further than next week sort of thing. It's not really worth, you know. But I think it's definitely probably.
Why did you ask me what I wanted for Christmas then?
Yes, why did you ask him what he wanted for Christmas?
I didn't.
You did?
Didn't.
You did? You just started talking about it last night? So, because you wanted to get some holidays sorted out?
Last Christmas. It was last Christmas, yeah.
Right, have you sorted that out now?
Yeah.
And we don't want any band break-up live on MTV's Most Wanted, do we? Where's the best place you've been on this tour? Where's the most place you've really enjoyed yourselves? Can you remember?
I really enjoyed Rome this time.
Yeah, Rome.
Just was really good, yeah.
We remember Rome because it was the only place we had more than one day off, I think, on the whole tour. So Rome was good, yeah.
What about touring around the place in a bus? Actually, you went on the plane this time, didn't you? Because Robert actually agreed to go on the plane rather than on the 6-week.
That was only
to Australia.
Yeah. Didn't really. The option was that or a couple of months or something on a boat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So didn't really fit in.
Do you feel that the Cure are more at home live on stage than they are on video? Because obviously on MTV you see the videos all day long. You feel you're saying more here on stage?
Oh, definitely. Personally, yes. Yeah, and as a band, I think we work better, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, videos are sort of artificially manufactured, most of them anyway, and you do feel you sort of spend most of the time sort of sitting around waiting and then do 2 minutes of larking about and that's it. It doesn't really. I think us playing live is definitely us. It's like the group.
And for about almost 2.5 hours, or over 2.5 hours, you're going to play for, aren't you?
Hopefully, yes.
They seem to be getting longer by the night as well.
We haven't quite done a 5-hour show yet, but you never know.
Well, you can't do it now because this is the last tour, of course, isn't it?
Well, it's still a couple of nights.
Well, listen, thanks a lot for taking time out, and we'll leave you to do whatever you have to do before the gig. And you join us for Most Wanted because about 10 o'clock Central European time, we'll be bringing you a couple of live songs from The Cure. And in the meantime, a few more songs on video from The Cure. Stay tuned, this is Most Wanted, live from London. Hello, you're watching Most Wanted live from London. Look, it is live because it's 8:15 here in London at 9:15 Central European time. And we're here backstage at the Cure gig in the Olympia. And if you've just tuned in, well, you missed a great chat with Robert Smith on a bus. And me and Rob really enjoyed it, didn't we, Rob?
It was brilliant. Another excellent Rob.
Another excellent Rob what? Oh yes, another good Rob. But let's have a look at what's going on backstage, because of course I am friend to the stars and I can take you where no other TV presenter can take you. Here of course, Fiction Hospitality, and we'll have a look. Stop standing on my cable, that man. He's standing on my cable, Rob. Is he? Well, this is happening back here. This is a pretty wild and rocking place, as you can see. And in here, Fiction Hospitality. Let's have a look what people eat, shall we, Rob? Right, now in here of course we have a various buffet. I wonder who this is for. There's a fruit and wine and Coca-Cola, and it's basically not very interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you that we are in fact here at the Olympia, and we'll have a look. We have some cameras standing by ready to bring you some live footage of the Cure on stage. Let's have a look at what it looks like actually in the gig over there somewhere. Can we have a quick look?
It's a lovely white shot.
It's a lovely shot. That's a lovely shot, that is, actually. Isn't that my Auntie Doris there? Yes, so there you go. Lots of people in a sold-out gig here at the Olympia, ending up a long tour for The Cure. Rob, I think we should move again, because it's really boring in here. There's nothing going on. You're going to get tangled up in all my cables, aren't you? Well, Rob, I don't normally take Rob on these live exterior things, you see, because it gets tangled up, don't you, Rob? Well, over here, there's all these people walking around with lights bumping into us and things. Over here, Rob, is where, I have to show Rob the cameraman because he doesn't come to these things normally. Over here is where the stars relax with a bite to eat just before they're about to go on stage. And there's lots of frightened looking people thinking we're going to talk to them, but we're not going to talk to them. Come over here. Oh, look, here's the kitchen. Shall we go and have a look what the kitchen's doing? Hello? Excuse me, what have you got on offer tonight for the crew?
Nothing, it's all gone. There's nothing left.
There's nothing left at all?
Do you want something to eat?
Well, I thought you could knock me up a little, sort of. What's this rice over here? That's something?
That's rice, that's beautiful, stodgy rice.
What have you cooked? I mean, who are you cooking for?
Tonight, do you want to see a menu? It'll be easy if you have a look at the menu.
No, that'll take too long.
Tell you what we've got.
Yeah.
We've got a nice mushroom soup.
Mushroom soup? But there's none
steak
left, right?
pie. No, there's loads of that over there. There's not a lot though. Right, what else we've got? Steak pie. Colin, what else did we have?
He doesn't remember what he's cooking.
Yeah, apart from cameras.
I want to tell you, this is going out live all over Europe.
Spam, jam, lamb and meringue.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Now, who are you cooking for? The band or
the crew and the band? The band ate about an hour ago. The crew ate about an hour and a half ago.
What have the band eaten?
Mainly vegetarian.
Mainly vegetarian?
Yeah, most of them vegetarian. Some have a bit of fish. Not very dark meat eaters.
So they're right on, there's a...
Oh, yeah, right on. Cool dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think you can knock us up something then?
Yeah, pint of beer, glass of wine. Chicken Kiev. There you go, there's a guy who's just looking for a chicken.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
Right.
I ought to tell you, you were going out live all over Europe, you know.
Again? Oh, I'm sick of this. I'll see my agent about this.
He's a natural. I've got more hair than him now, I'm happy. Thank you. Right, now, are we going to stay out here now, Rob, or what? I think what we should do now, have a look over there, Rob. There's nothing going on over here. Ooh, it's the beer area. Yeah. So we'll stay here, and quick, this man doesn't want to be on camera, so we'll stay here in the beer area while you look at videos. This is one of my favourite ever Cure videos, Close to Me. And Rob, may I just say that I'm glad you're close to me this evening, darling?
Thank you. Not that close, though.
It's exciting stuff. Normally, I'm sitting out there having paid my ticket, waiting for the band to come on, just like you. But here I am, backstage, as the band prepare to come on. The Cure will be live in London in just a few short minutes. And we'll also be bringing you 2 live songs at about 10 o'clock Central European time. 2 of your favourite Cure songs live on your MTV, and only on your MTV. At the moment, 9,000 people are waiting out there for the Cure to walk on stage. And of course, it's my job to fill in as best I can until the Cure do arrive on stage. I'll have a look round. No, they're not here yet. Anything you need to know? Well, this is the end of a long tour for the Cure. They played here last night. The press reviews were excellent, of course. And tonight, as you heard Robert Smith say to me a little bit earlier on, he's looking very much forward to this gig tonight. Let's have a look out at the audience if we can to see how they're feeling about tonight's gig. Can we have a look? 9,000 people waiting in anticipation for the Cure, and here they come. This is live TV at its best. or worse, depending on how you look at it, really. Here they come. My old mate Robert, Simon, good to have him back. Paul, Boris, they're all there. Good luck. There they go, on stage. Well, what can you say? Nothing really. Magical moments here at the Olympia in London town. Listen to the crowd. What you can do now is sit comfortably at home, watch Most Wanted on your MTV and enjoy the opening for the concert. It is called Open, and I'll be back soon with more information about where you'll be seeing 2 live songs here on MTV. Don't you go away.
Doesn't this look absolutely amazing? The Cure Live, and Ray is there, the lucky dog. He gets all the good jobs. And you can, if you stay on this channel right now, you're going to see Ray. He'll be coming back every so often in the next half hour to tell you about the Cure, what songs we will be playing at 10 o'clock Central European time. Of course, we'll be cutting back to the concert live to see what the Cure are doing, to see what Ray's doing. Until then, though, we've got a half-hour show. It is REM Unplugged. They take out their acoustic things, they just play. No, they leave their acoustic things in, they unplug their electric things, and they just play it acoustic. What more can I say? I'm so excited. I want to be there. But I'm going to leave you now with REM. Stay tuned.
And we'll be bringing you a couple of live songs at 10 o'clock Central European time. That's 9 in the UK, so make sure you stay tuned. Meanwhile, back to another great band. This is part 2 of REM Unplugged. On a Friday evening on MTV, I hope you're enjoying the show. The Cure are playing on stage at the moment. You can probably hear them more than you can hear me. But this is what we like to call a tease on MTV. We give you just a little bit and keep you waiting for more, just like real life. In a few short minutes, we'll be back live with you via satellite from the Olympia for a couple of songs live from The Cure, only on MTV. It's exclusive to Most Wanted. Stay tuned. REM Unplugged up next. Yes, I think we're on. Are we on, Rob?
Yes, we're on.
We're on, and we're live from London, and only a couple of minutes late. We promised you this. Now sit back and enjoy it. The Cure live via satellite from the Olympia, and this, I hope, is Friday I'm in Love. You heard Robert Smith say that Friday is his favourite gig. Sit back and enjoy The Cure live on your MTV.
This is called Friday I'm in Love.
A perfect world, let it go. Setting button bridges, boats, and other dreary worlds alone. Please get nothing. It's a perfect day for making out. With a smile, without a doubt. To burst, scream, get the skin, sing and shout. Let's get nothing. But it's much too late. We said we do this now. Just goes to show how wrong it could be. You really should know it's never too late to get up and go.
Cure live in London at the Olympia on your MTV during the Unstuck. Of course, you recognise that song. Look, I'm sorry, the concert continues here at the Olympia, and if it was up to me, we'd bring you the whole show on Most Wanted, but you know, money and contracts and all of that stuff. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed those couple of songs. Hope you enjoyed seeing Robert relaxing with me on the coach. Thanks to The Cure for making all of this possible. And remember, kids, if I keep talking long enough, you can hear more of the concert. But remember, kids, only MTV can get you this close. This is Man of the People, Friend to the Stars, Ray Cokes, signing off. Thank you for your time. Good night. I love you. I'll leave you with greatest hits.